Have you noticed that your cat barely goes near its water bowl? At first, this may seem completely normal. Many owners rarely even see their cats drinking water, but the problem is that chronic dehydration is one of the most overlooked causes of health issues in domestic cats. And the most dangerous part is that the consequences don't appear immediately. At first, the coat becomes dull, then bad breath, constipation, and urinary problems start to appear. And over the years, chronic dehydration can contribute to kidney disease, which is considered one of the most common health problems in adult and senior cats. This is especially common in cats that mainly eat dry food. Hi, I'm Dr. Demi, and today I'm going to show you several simple but extremely important ways to help your cat drink more water and reduce the risk of kidney, urinary, and digestive problems. And make sure to watch this video until the end, because later I'll explain one method that many veterinarians consider one of the most effective ways to support long-term kidney and urinary health in cats. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to better understand your pet's health using modern evidence-based veterinary medicine, clinical research, and scientific studies instead of internet myths. Let's get into it. To understand the problem, we first need to understand why cats drink so little water in the first place. Domestic cats evolved from desert animals. Their ancestors survived in environments where water was limited, so their bodies adapted to conserve fluids extremely efficiently. And even thousands of years later, modern cats still retain this trait. Cats have a much weaker thirst drive compared to many other animals. Even when their body is already lacking fluids, many cats continue behaving as if everything is completely fine. In nature, this wasn't a major issue because wild cats got most of their moisture from prey. Mice, birds, and fresh meat contain around 70% water. But now look at the diet of most indoor cats. Dry food contains only about 8 to 10% moisture. That means cats physically cannot get enough hydration from food alone. And this is why many indoor cats live in a constant state of mild chronic dehydration. Modern veterinary nephrology and nutrition studies show that insufficient water intake is associated with a higher risk of urinary tract disease, crystal formation, and chronic kidney disease. This becomes especially important in adult and senior cats. And the problem is that owners often notice it too late. Cats are extremely good at hiding discomfort. Even when they are mildly dehydrated, they may still appear completely normal. The first thing that truly affects water intake is freshness. It sounds simple, but cats are incredibly sensitive to smells and water quality. If water sits for too long, hair, dust, and food particles begin collecting inside the bowl, and cats may start perceiving it as dirty. Many owners wonder why the bowl is still full while the cat barely drinks from it. But often, the reason is simply the quality of the water itself. Ideally, water should be changed at least once a day, and even better, several times throughout the day, especially during warmer weather. The location of the bowl also matters. One of the most common mistakes is placing the water bowl near the litter box or food bowl. After using the litter box, cats instinctively dig through the litter, and tiny particles can settle into the water. Humans may barely notice it, but cats notice it immediately. Behavioral studies show that many cats prefer drinking water away from their food source. This may be linked to natural instincts, since water near prey in the wild could have been contaminated. So try placing the water bowl in a calm, separate area. Another important detail that many people don't know about is the shape of the bowl. Cats dislike it when their whiskers constantly touch the sides of the bowl while drinking. This is often referred to as whisker stress, overstimulation caused by whisker contact. Because of this, some cats start drinking less even when the water is perfectly clean. This is especially common with narrow and deep bowls. Wide, shallow bowls are usually much more comfortable for cats because they allow them to drink without pressing their whiskers against the edges. Sometimes simply changing the bowl can noticeably increase a cat's water intake. And yes, the material matters too. Many veterinarians recommend glass, ceramic, or high-quality stainless steel bowls because plastic bowls can trap odors over time. Another very effective strategy is placing several water bowls around your home. Many owners place one bowl in the kitchen and assume that's enough, but behavioral studies show that cats drink more frequently when water is easily available in multiple locations, especially near resting and activity areas. For example, near windows, scratching posts, favorite sleeping spots, or balconies. Cats rarely decide to go drink water on purpose, but if water is nearby, they're much more likely to drink throughout the day. And surprisingly, adding extra water bowls can sometimes improve hydration more than changing food. But the most effective way to increase hydration is through diet. If a cat eats only dry food, maintaining proper hydration becomes much more difficult. That's why veterinary nutrition specialists increasingly recommend combining dry and wet food. Wet food, pâté, and moisture-rich diets help help compensate for the lack of fluids and significantly reduce stress on the urinary system. Modern veterinary nutrition studies and meta-analyses show that increasing dietary moisture helps reduce the risk of urinary crystals and supports kidney health. This is especially important for cats that already have urinary or bladder issues. Some owners try adding water directly into dry kibble, but many cats dislike the texture. A combination feeding approach usually works much better. For example, one dry meal and 1 or 2 wet meals per day. This allows cats to consume more fluids naturally through food, which is far more biologically appropriate. There's another thing that works surprisingly well for many cats: automatic water fountains. Many cats naturally prefer moving water over still water. From an evolutionary perspective, this makes sense because flowing water in nature was usually cleaner and safer. That's why automatic fountains often help cats drink significantly more water. Most modern fountains also include filtration systems that help keep the water cleaner and fresher. These systems can be especially useful in homes with multiple cats, but it's important to clean the fountain regularly and replace the filters when needed. Otherwise, the fountain itself can become a source of contamination. There are several signs that may suggest your cat isn't getting enough water. The coat may become dry and dull. Constipation may begin to appear. Your cat may urinate less often or start visiting the litter box more frequently in small amounts. Bad breath can also develop. In older cats, blood work may gradually begin showing kidney-related changes. The problem is that many of these symptoms appear only after the body has been dealing with dehydration for a long time. That's why prevention is far more important than treatment. The most important thing is not to wait for obvious symptoms to appear. Cats hide health problems extremely well. That's why proper hydration is not just extra care. It's one of the foundations of a long and healthy life for your cat. Fresh water, the right bowl, multiple water stations, wet food, and automatic fountains can genuinely improve your cat's health over time. Sometimes these small daily changes help prevent serious problems years later. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me how much water your cat usually drinks, and whether you've ever tried using fountains or wet food. In the next video, I'll show you how to choose high-quality cat food and which ingredients actually matter the most. I'm Dr. Demi. Take care of your pets, and I'll see you in the next video.